Maximus Analysis here for September 7th, 2016. We see we have continued choppy action. Again, I do not want to be one of those guys on the internet that says, oh, I had the level, I call the top. Anybody could call tops and bottoms and chop. And if that's your goal to be able to call the bottom and the top, good luck with that. Again, we just give specific levels every day that you are able to either trade off of or watch. Okay, this is something I'm giving out for free right now, and they help tremendously. So again, looking at the 15-minute intraday chart, you see this is the action going into the 10-15, and they rip to the downside. Okay, they rip. I'm like, listen, are they going to go to another level? If you've been looking at my Twitter feed, you know that the next level underneath that is 2174.5, and they didn't. Again, they didn't really do much. It was more held this time around, but they are giving higher lows currently. But we are definitely just still in major chop and want to see where they're going to basically close or open tomorrow. I don't know what the Euro session is going to do. Again, we're just still in major chop, and I think the statistic now is that this is the longest in 40 years that we've had this many less than 1% days in a row. 2016, I tell you, is the most, it is all over the place. You have the worst 10 days of any market beginning of the year. For the first 10 trading days was the worst ever. You have one of the most epic rips in February that has ever been seen. And then you now have a chop session that has not been seen. This is either setting up for something. Obviously, at the end of this, something big is going to happen, in my personal opinion. But trying to just focus specifically on the charts and keep it at that. NQ gave another high today. And again, I'm seeing these record highs in regards to news feeds that they give you at the close. So again, like I said, I'd rather it pull back to this level than at least come and scare these breakout traders out. But again, it is what it is, and they're continuing to go higher. You had basically nothing. You had a 12-point Dow movement today, and again, you can see the sideways type of price movement that has been done today. We don't, again, new subscribers, we don't focus on the Dow because it's only 30 components that can be whipped around very quickly, and are whipped around, being that example, all 28 components could be down a penny, and Goldman Sachs and Apple will be up, or Goldman Sachs and Boeing will be up $2-3. The Dow is up 100 points. It's very misleading. And if you're going to look at that, make sure you look at all the components and how that balances out. And I think that's one of the reasons why, again, the stock like Apple has not moved the way that it's supposed to once it joined the Dow index. But neither here or there. You see that we had a nice little pop up on crude today, but again, I'm still looking to say, okay, is this just more? Again, I want the price point back lower to 40 to 39 to buy. Is this just a bear flag setting up, and once they break back below this 200 moving average right here, then they got more selling, and you can see a very, very high spike here in regards to volume. So we'll continue to watch that. And take it from there. And again, you can see the levels now posted, how this clarifies a lot of things. We did have that 46.47 level that we said was prior resistance, became support, broke below, and now they seem to be retesting it. And I want to see if they're going to break below this 44 tomorrow. Remember, due to the U.S. holiday that was on Monday, we have the EIA report tomorrow, and I think it is actually at 11 o'clock. So make sure, and you know how violent these can get every stinking week. Again, let's look and see how that one plays out tomorrow. You had the gold also give a little bit of sell signal, nothing crazy. Again, you know where I want this to trade back to, this 1287.5 level or 1290. Again, once it sneezes close to that, depending on how it goes into that price action, will determine where. But I prefer to take a long there, especially to clear out any people that had their stops below the 1300 level. So again, I am willing to wait for this trade to set up. If it doesn't come to my price, I will move on. That's just the way that I look at things. A lot of things didn't, as far as high flyer, high beta names, didn't really do much. So you got to keep things in perspective. Priceline up $7, but it's a $1,400 stock. Amazon down $4, but it's a $780 stock. This is Priceline, and here is excuse me. Here is Amazon that we have our levels to say, okay, 789.5, 769.5 is that band of resistance area, and we'll see how it goes from there. Google was basically flat today, really didn't do much. Again, we want to see if it's going to hold that 800 or where it's retesting. We got a big area, 821, that we'll be looking at if they're going to get up to that area. You had Facebook continuing to move up. Again, it's starting to have some higher volume for these past 2 days during the flat days. So again, I don't know if this is going to give you some precursor to saying some type of exhaustion, but I did have resistance at the 128.34 area, and it's blasting through it. So I want to see how this candle closes. Remember, this is the weekly candle. So again, this candle is still open. So we want to see how this candle closes for the week to see if the strength is truly there. Last but not least, due to the Apple event, you could see that we had a little bit of pop up in intraday. So I'm going to the 15-minute right now, and you can see that they moved up coming into the close. But again, like I tell many people, unfortunately, once Steve Jobs passed, I believe that a lot of it became a regular tech company in regards to leaks and hardware being leaked out. And this is completely disconnected from the way that I trade the stock. But people are now, again, the competition is caught up, and that eventually happens with any piece of technology. Knowing that there's a 50% margin on each thing, and the next competitors are very competitive in regards to, again, if you're in that Apple ecostructure to call it, again, I get it, but all right, so again, I'm going to close this video. My son's getting antsy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.